Hey everyone, Dylan13 here. Just got done watching Smackdown and pretty solid go home show for Backlash. I'm assuming this is gonna be another one of SmackDown's really good pay-per-views. They haven't really disappointed in the last 6 months. At least I think so. Like they've turned every promo or every pay-per-view they had into something meaningful. Ironically, everything except the Royal Rumble, which is kind of funny considering that their guy won the Rumble. But Backlash looks like it's gonna be a pretty solid show. I'll be giving my thoughts on predictions and all that on Thursday when I get when I actually make the video. It'll be either Thursday or Friday, depending on what. Like, I want to make sure I have all up to date information and everything, just to give the correct predictions. Yeah, like the show started off with Kevin Owens, which never a bad thing. Excuse me. He started off actually. He took over the highlight reel, which was actually kind of funny for me. Like, they are definitely setting up that if Kevin does or keeps this up, they're definitely going to set up that Chris is going to interfere in whatever match Kevin has in an upcoming pay-per-view, and that's how they're going to bring him back. And they're going to feud again, which it's going to be a good feud. Like, this is actually a solid feud for both of them. They're both really good at what they do, so I'm looking forward to it, at least. AJ Styles comes out and is like, Kevin, why are you... Like, I knew you were riding his coattails, but why are you stealing Chris's show? That ain't right, man. And then Jinder Mahal came out and was like, why are you even out here? This was my time to talk. Like, he had me as a guest. Which was pretty much the way to set up his match, right? Or that started with AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal. Very good match, actually. Like, very well-paced. Like, they were both really good. Worked well with each other. Of course, didn't end in the best of times for AJ. Kevin Owens was at commentary, which in itself is always beautiful. I swear they could if Kevin decided to retire from wrestling, he'd be a fantastic commentator. Anyway, Kevin, he's like, excuse me for a second. Rips him off, or rips AJ off the apron. Looks like he was gonna do a phenomenal forearm, and then surprisingly, Jinder got the win. Wasn't clean, of course, but it was the win. And the Bollywood Boys didn't even come out to interfere this time. He still had interference because it was Kevin Owens, but ref didn't see it. Like, the Bollywood Boys didn't come out or anything. It was actually a really good match. Decent way to start the show. Afterwards, we had the Fashion Files. The Fashion Police. More of this, please. Heck, I want my prediction for the Raw or the SmackDown Championship is that they're gonna give Tyler Breeze and Fandango the belts. At least I hope they do, because I want Breezango versus the New Day. I want that so badly. That's gonna be such a fun promo battle / wrestling match. Like, heck, they can even make it personal. Have Breeze or Tyler Breeze feel betrayed because he was Xavier Woods' right hand man on Up Down Down until the brand split. And in the promo, or in today's promo, or Fandango actually called him Prince Pretty. So they are officially acknowledging Up Down Down as a legitimate source for WWE stuff. I loved it. This actually led to them having a match against Primo and Epico, the Clones, I believe. That's what I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. I probably did. But actually decent match. Very, very good showing for Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Fandango actually got the win, which I haven't seen in a long time. And then afterwards, the Usos came out and cut probably one of the best promos I've seen them do in the last maybe a year and a half, honestly. Like they are fully in their role as heels, and it's like it seemed like they are having the time of their life playing the bad guys. It was such a good solid set. It was a solid half hour of content, honestly. Because I think this lasted up until, or this lasted like 15, 20 minutes either way. It was a solid set. Afterwards, we had Shane come out. Daniel, of course. Congratulations, Daniel Bryan, on your new baby girl. All the love to you and Bree. And I hope that little birdie grows up and follows in her mom's footsteps. So, like, I want her to follow in her mom's footsteps and be the badass woman for the WWE. She can use some of her dad's moves, I guess. I mean, it's not like he's one of the greatest of all time or anything. Anyway, me pandering to Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella aside, Shane comes out. Of course, does his normal "What's up?" city that they're in. I didn't catch what city they were in. I'm sorry. Anyway, he goes, "SmackDown Live, I feel, is the superior brand, and is giving you the A-level talent, and none of the least of which, of course, is coming from our women." And he brings out a contract signing for a 6-woman tag match, pitting Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella versus Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Naomi. Which I'm okay with this match. And I just realized it's actually kind of funny that it's TNC versus TNC. So, there's something for it. Oh, and James Ellsworth was out there too, because they love them some James Ellsworth. He doesn't do shit anymore. He's a good manager at least, but he's there still. I liked him for about maybe a month, and then they started putting him in more stuff. And yeah. Anyway. The contract sliding led to a match between Naomi and Carmella. They actually pretty much they threw out pretty much everybody from this match. The match, that was on the side. The match was actually really good. Carmella, I think, got the win. And this is leading to this weekend, which, again, I'll give my thoughts on that in the video I'm going to put out. Then we had a Dolph Ziggler promo, which he's been doing, like, he's been trying. The heel persona doesn't really fit him as much as it did back when he had Money in the Bank and all that. Like, because you want to root for this guy. He was one of the cornerstones of like 2000 or from 2000s or from last year in 2014 when I got into wrestling. He was one of the like the powerhouses and all that. Yeah, like he was like, I want to keep liking him because I really do like him, but I just wish that we saw less of him. Maybe after this fight against Shinsuke, they leave him, like they start letting him just like not show up as much. Again, no offense, Dolph, but it's just we've seen you a lot recently. But other than that this promo was actually fantastic because he actually points out that we've seen a lot of him and none of Shinsuke Nakamura. He's like, let me show you what Shinsuke Nakamura has accomplished here. They actually start playing Shinsuke's entrance or video, and it says, "File not found." oh, that's right, he hasn't done crap here. This is what I've done here. And I'm like, props to you, Dolph. That was actually a very solid promo. This is gonna be an interesting match. Again, I'll get my thoughts on it. It's pretty obvious though who I'm rooting for to win. Especially if you saw my video about my favorite matches of all time, you know who I'm rooting for. But yeah. After that, we had a Lana promo. I could see her doing well. Like, they could probably play the power couple angle if they do what they were supposed to do and actually give Rusev time to come out. Like, I'm not sure why he wasn't there. He was advertised to be here, but we didn't see anything of him. I wish we did. But like, maybe give the belt to someone that it'll make sense to lose it to. Have Lana be the women's champion and Rusev be the men's or the world champion. Have them be the power couple type of things. We haven't had that in a long time. Honestly, like, it would be so cool if they did that. So that's what I'm hoping, at least. Just because I want Rusev to win, he deserves it. That's actually the one down point I have for Raw. We didn't see him, and for SmackDown, we didn't see him, and we were advertised for him to come out tonight. So, yeah, like, I have no idea what was going on. Of course, we had our obligatory New Day promo as well, or in the mix somewhere. Like, it was there. I think it was towards the end, right before the main event. But New Day, like I said, New Day versus maybe Breezango. I don't want them to fight the Usos for the umpteenth billion time. I'm sure they don't want to fight the Usos again. So that's why I'm hoping for a title change. But yeah, like, these guys are going to be fun when they come back in. Now I'm going to go out of order a little bit because this interview happened afterwards. And I just want to talk about it. We had a interview with Aiden English and Ty Dillinger about their match at Backlash. They're going to kick off. I think they're either going to be on the kickoff show, or they're going to kick off the show as the first main match of the night. I'm interested to see what they do with both of these guys, because, like, they could do a Mr. Perfect type run for Ty, which will make sense. He is called the Perfect 10. Make it where he just book him strong, or they could give Aiden English his due, give him the win. Honestly, I could actually also see them, like, maybe at the end of the match, they show respect to each other, shake hands, and become a tag team. Because I feel Aiden English has a lot to give in the tag division. The Vaudevillains were actually a really personal favorite tag team of mine. Hoping Simon God's well on whatever he's doing right now. But yeah, like, I could see them doing something like that. It'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, they talked about each other's match, and that was pretty good. Watch that promo if you want. It's here on YouTube. So right before the main event, going back to the actual show, we had one last promo before the main event, and that was Sami Zayn saying, "Well, I asked and was approved to get a match against Baron Corbin." This is gonna be I can already tell this is gonna be one of the better matches of the night if they do it right. I'll talk more about that when we do my predictions video. It's gonna be a pretty interesting match. This is gonna be a good match, I can tell, because I like both guys. But the main event was Randy Orton versus Baron Corbin for what seems like the fourth week in a row. Decent match, solid outcome. Everything you expect. They let Randy win. RKO, 1, 2, 3. You know the story, the same song and dance Afterwards, Jinder Mahal came out and beat the ever-loving crap out of Randy. And then, to help out, the Bollywood Boys came out and beat the crap out of Randy too. And that was how we ended SmackDown, and it ended with a pretty, it's pretty obvious to me what's gonna happen. I'm sure it's pretty obvious to you guys as well, but it's that optimism that I have for the brand that they're gonna do something smart with it and let the right person win. And again, I won't say who I think the right person is right now, but let's just say this was a solid show. Marred by the fact, like I said, we didn't get our Rusev promo like we were promised. Also, we didn't really all the matches. The matches were good, save for the unoriginality of the booking. It's very clear that they are kind of lacking a depth for the roster properly. And after they let Shinsuke actually fight for real, I would love to see maybe we can get that AJ Shinsuke match that we all want for the US title. Or maybe I have a fantasy booking idea I'm gonna probably pretty much or polish up for the next 2 days and then tell you guys about for what I want to happen with either the US or the world belts in my Backlash video. But yeah, I hope you'll indulge me in a little fantasy booking, because it is fantasy booking is another thing I'm actually thinking about adding to my videos, because I do like doing that. I do like thinking about how I would do things with what they are the pieces they have right now, how they can make it a good show. Now you might be wondering, well, Daniel, why don't you just do that? Because I need your help if you want me to. So if you want to make the show better, get better equipment. Let me get better, or maybe get a soundboard so I can get rid of the background noise of the AC. If you want me to make the show better, please do me the favor and support me on Patreon, which is patreon.com/Duluna13. Every dollar that is spent or that is given will help with production, will help with equipment. Make this, like I said, just make the show overall better, and it'll make it where I could possibly do this full time. I doubt we're gonna get to that point, but know that nonetheless I'm still gonna do Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views regardless. Also, if you like my analysis, you like the way I talk, do subscribe, because I do plan on actually making more videos that aren't wrestling related. Last week I actually made a review. I actually did a review recap of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which you can check out, and I want to do more top 13 videos, like the top 13 WWE matches that I've personally watched, like I did last week. So I watched that one, and do forgive the weird way that my phone exported that video. I'll probably re-upload it, or I'll probably re-upload it if I want to, but maybe, who knows. But yeah, check out all my more videos are on the way. They will never stop. I love doing them, so I have no reason to not do them. And like I said, just also follow me on Twitter at DLuna1338, and send me, or just if you found me from here, send me a tweet saying so, and I'll gladly start talking to you. I respond to pretty much all tweets directed at me, unless they're absolutely horrible. Then I'll just Anyway. So yeah, like I said, tune in maybe Thursday or Friday, depending on depending on what information comes out, and I'll give my prediction video slash a little bit of or what I would do for Backlash, and of course I'll do my Backlash recap maybe that or on either Monday or right after the pay-per-view on Sunday. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do NXT TakeOver this weekend as well, because honestly, like I'm really busy. Like I'm starting to get I'm preparing for a new job, preparing for a lot of things really, and so I may or may not do a recap for that, but keep an eye on that as well. Other than that, that's pretty much it for me. I've been Deluna13. Thank you very much. Later.